All right, so part of my extensive research, all 7 minutes of my research,
I thought it was 12.
well, this was 7 of it was devoted to this.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, the other
Just
4
checking
was
your
Facebook.
facts.
Yeah. This comes from Pew Research. This is as late as June 2016. There are 2.7 million children with a parent in prison or jail. That's right now in America, and that 92% of the parents in prison are fathers. 2 out of 3 inmates will reoffend and go back into prison. So you have this cycle that gets started, right? Men who are absent because they're in prison for a whole nother reason, and so they're absent, so they're not there to teach and to pass down the values of
Correct.
manliness,
Correct.
right?
And women were not designed to do that.
No,
Not at
No.
all. And it breaks my heart, the pressure that these moms have on them to try to be the dad at the same time.
I know it's true in my own life, and I think you can relate to this. When I look at pictures from 7, 8 years ago of my kids, it breaks my heart because during that time in their lives, I was chasing money, I was chasing drugs, I was chasing all kinds of things, and I wasn't a good dad. So when I see those videos and those pictures, I'm like, oh God, I have the most regret for that. Like, man, if I could have, especially with my son, I think, man, if I could have been there those first 5 years of his life, really been there, how much different would that be? And
But again, you still, through God, changed the trajectory.
yeah,
And so, yeah, I struggle too. When I go back and look at photos, especially the time frames where I was completely absent, I'm not even in our 2012 family Christmas photo that goes out on the cards. I was so far gone and out. And yeah, I can get stuck at looking at those and just go, and having all the regret and it does, it hurts. And I can also let shame slip in on top of that, as well as continued guilt. But what I've realized is wait, our children, just as well as yours, saw a man, work himself back out of it.
that's true.
That you're not too far gone, and now it is. I want our daughters to know exactly what I had done to a level when they could handle it, because they can't connect the dots right now. They know I was going a lot. They know I was making bad decisions, but to understand all, but the fact that they get to see where a husband and wife worked it out, they got to see where a man gave his life to Christ. They got to see some changes. So they got to see no matter how far gone you think you are, as long as there's breath, there's hope.
Yeah.
And so in a way, I get where you're coming from. I can relate. I can go there too. But it's also your children saw a blessing.
Yeah.
And they see the hard work that it takes. I mean, I
Yes.
think that's one of the benefits because a lot of times if you grow up in the ideal, you don't realize how much hard work it is, and then to watch someone struggle through and to see it's hard. And so when they go through phases of life where it's hard and they're going to have to do the work, that they can be like, okay, it is done. And there's nothing wrong with me that it's hard. Because I think a lot of times people struggle. And maybe this is where the whole my point of view comes in, where we struggle with things should be easy. We shouldn't have to look like we're sweating. Like it should just come seamlessly.
Right.
But when you see someone struggling through and you see the rebuilding process, what it takes, to me, it gives me hope and strength when I'm in my darkest.